everyone, it's Jayla, and today we're back in with another devotional to continue our series in the month of October. And as we're talking about the miracles of Jesus, in the book of Mark, uh there's a miracle about a woman reaching and touching Jesus's robes actually. And that's something that I want to talk about especially right now, as we're talking about mental health awareness and growth. That's been like a kind of overarching theme that um is like personally applied to each and every one of our lives. So this story we're going to be talking about is the woman with the issue of the blood. It's a lesson about faith that reaches. For 12 years she was sick, but the whole time she wasn't just sick, she was in her waiting season. Oftentimes, God uses things that can be seen as pain, can be seen as hurt, things that we would often criticize him even for, ask him question, why God, why me, why now? We have to remember at all times that God is an on-time God. He's never late, he's never early, he's right on time. And we have to realize that we lean not on our own understanding, but we lean on him. And the thing, in the story, even though the woman was, sick for all these years, through each of those years, every single millisecond of that, she's always kept her faith. And that's something that I think is a huge thing. It's kind of like faith never ceases, it just reaches as long as we walk in Christ, as long as we build a steadfast relationship with Him. We have to remember that, we're all going through our individual storms, but in the midst of that, Jesus is still in our boat, and we should fail not to, recognize and acknowledge his presence kind of through that, because it's not going to be easy. He never said not one time in the Bible that he's going to be easy. He just said that we're going to survive. We're going to make it through with him in our ship. She wasn't just healed. She was seen and restored in Christ. Her soul was revived and renewed in him, because in him he is our rock. He's our firm foundation. As we close our devotional thought for today, I want to remind you all that faith, just like the woman reached out and touched the hems of Jesus's robes, faith doesn't just reach. Faith doesn't just fix. Faith knows who you are. It restores who you are. Sometimes faith looks like reaching, but every time faith looks like transformation. So stay tuned for next time as we continue our conversation. I hope you guys are all excited for part 2 of our discussion about transformation in faith.